This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the SeeThruEquity Fall MicroCap Investor Conference, New York City 2015. I have with me Mr. Paul Gill from Lomiko Metals. It's a publicly traded company. I'm going to give you two symbols. It's LMR on the TSX Venture and LMRMF in the U.S. Paul, welcome back to SNNLive.
Thanks, Shelley. Thanks for having me on.
It's good to have you. So let's get a brief overview of the company, if you would.
Sure. Lomiko Metals has two components to it. One, we have graphite exploration going on in Quebec. Our second section is our 100% owned technologies company, which has got a lot of activity going on, and we're going to talk about that a little bit too.
So tell me about that. Let's start right in.
Okay. Well, Lomiko Technologies was formed because we made a $350,000 investment in Graphene 3D Lab, and when that went public, we made 10 times our money on that, and we still hold the equity, and it's worth about $3 million. So we've got 10.43% of that company, 4.4 million shares. Then we put money into graphene energy storage devices. We put $200,000 US into that. That is working on a state-of-the-art, cutting-edge energy storage device that will power cars and be charged really quickly and eliminate range anxiety. And third, if not least, we have three products we're manufacturing for various different distributors, and we're going to launch those products along with our website, LomikoTechnologies.com, which is a completed e-commerce site.
So Paul, let me get this straight. What is the relationship between the supply of graphene and graphite to the other subsidiaries, which they're not really subsidiaries, but you have ownership interest in these other three companies.
Yeah.
So explain the relationship of the supply chain.
Yeah, exactly. What we do is we have graphite that comes out of the ground in Quebec. We take some of that in a bulk sample, send it off to Graphene 3D, which is able to convert some of it into graphene filament for use. And also, it's also being used in our energy storage device, which is the project we have with Stony Brook. So those are the two uses. Now, the third part of the company of Lomiko Technologies is the electronic products, and that doesn't have any graphene in it yet. It uses graphite as a heat sink.
So I see there's a vertical relationship, and there's the converting of the raw materials into consumer products. So that's pretty significant.
Yeah, what we found is the markup going from raw materials to graphene was a certain percentage, but not that exciting. But the markup going from the materials to put it into a product is amazing. We've got a lot of potential there. Our units, if we can control the cost all the way through the system, it's going to be fantastic. So I think that's where we're headed.
Would you say graphite is in short supply right now?
Right now, there's a lot of material available, graphite material available, but there's a lot of uses for it as well. Graphene is in short supply. It's still a very sought-after commodity by certain sectors, talking about military and places like that. But it's a small market, only 40 million. Now, what's really exciting about graphene is it has 12,000 patents filed on this stuff. So you think that, and Graphene 3D is exciting for us because it has 8,000 customers that sell or need that graphene, and Graphene 3D has the perfect way for them to start printing those prototypes that they have patented.
Very interesting. Let's get your website out there if you would.
Yes, it's www.lomiko.com.
And do you want to give out any other website?
Well, there's, of course, www.graphene3dlab, the number 3D, lab.com, LomikoTechnologies.com, which is our new e-commerce site's about to launch. So there's and Graphene esd.com, which is the energy storage company.
I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive. This is Paul Gill from Lomiko Metals. Two symbols, ladies and gentlemen. LMR on the TSX Venture, and in the States, LMRMF. We're at the SeeThruEquity Fall MicroCap Investor Conference in New York City, 2015. Paul, pleasure having you.
Thanks, Shelley. Thanks for having me on.
See you.
See you too.